Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to tell about our timesheet script. It is a web application developed using PHP and MySQL as database. This timesheet script will be useful for anyone or any company, and particularly it will be very useful for small businesses and startups because they can save a lot of money by purchasing our timesheet, which won't require any monthly renewal fees or early renewal fees or any kind of per user's license fee. You can just buy it by making one-time payment, and you can use it for any number of users continuously without making any further payments. That is the unique advantage of our timesheet script. Apart from that, we provide our script with source code. That means you can make any kind of custom changes in your setup. You can change the look and feel of your timesheet. You can change any text, or you can even change the workflow or functionality of the timesheet application installed in your setup. Since it is developed using PHP and MySQL, which are open source and free, you need not make any other kind of payments for using our timesheet script. That means there are no hidden charges for using this script. We made this timesheet application very simple and easy to use so that anyone can easily start using this application without requiring any kind of training. And installing this application also very easy. You have to just run the install script from the web browser by giving MySQL connection details, and it will be installed automatically within few seconds. And after that, you can start using the web application. Anyway, if you find any difficulty in installing the script, we can do it for you. Almost all the web hosting servers are provided with PHP and MySQL by default. So you can easily install it in any web hosting server, or if you want to install it in your own server, you can do it by installing Apache or any kind of web server with the PHP and MySQL database. Though our timesheet script is a very simple application, still it can support all the basic features of any timesheet. For example, it can be used as an attendance system for tracking employees' work hours and for assigning projects to employees, as well as checking the return on investment of any project. And it can be used for managing leave or vacation of employees, and it can be used for client billing purpose also. This timesheet supports various user types like site admin, admins, and employees or users. The users can enter the timesheet on daily basis or on weekly basis, and they can submit it on weekly. The admins can see the timesheet reports by filtering with various options like project, employees, or date range. And they can export it to PDF file or CSV file. And the default list feature can help to make sure that everyone is entering the timesheet properly. And the site admin can take the data backup, and they can restore it if there is any need to do so. A lot of our customers are using this timesheet application. Some of them are using it as it is, and some of them are using it after making some custom changes. We made a lot of different kinds of custom changes, ranging from simple date format change to complete workflow change. And if you want to develop a similar application from scratch, we can do it. It is our demo application. Here you can use the built-in users, or you can create your own login. Okay. Here now I am logging as an admin. Admin user role is for managing employees and projects and for viewing the reports of them. And in case of employee details, it will list all the employees under him, and he can create new employees, okay, by giving the details like username. It will be used for logging in, and the name, first name, last name, and company and department name. He cannot change for employees because whatever company is assigned for admin, it will be coming for the employees also. Once after entering the details, on clicking the save details button, employee will be created. Okay, and the per hour rate for the amount paid for the to be paid for the employee. Okay. These details will be used for calculating the return on investment analysis of any project. The admin can manage the projects. There are two kinds of project. One is normal project where the admin has to choose the employees. That means assign the employees for that project while creating the project or while editing the project. Another one is non-project. Here admin need not assign employees. Just give the project code and project name and then create the non-project. Okay. For example, leave, training, vacation, that kind of activities, they need not be assigned for the employees. So it is applicable for all employees. So no need to assign the employees to that project. It is created with non-project. Okay. So while entering the status, the non-projects will be appearing for all the employees, but the projects will be appearing to the employees for whom the project is assigned. Here in the weekly status entry, the user can choose the previous week or current week or next week, or they can just navigate using the previous next button on weekly basis, and they can enter the time here and add the comments by clicking this icon, and they can either save the timesheet as a draft or they can directly submit the timesheet. So if they are saving the timesheet means they can edit it at any time. But if they are submitting it means they cannot do it again. It will be locked. Okay. And once after submitting the timesheet, it will be appearing in the reports. Okay. But the details entered just by clicking the save button won't be appearing in the report. It will be like draft. Okay. The people can either use the weekly status or daily status entry for saving the timesheet, but they have to use the weekly for submitting it. Okay. There is no option for submitting it from daily. In the daily, there are two things we need to consider. One is this start time and end time. It is just for reference. It is not going to be taken as work hours. You have to enter the work hours separately, and you can add the comments. You can either use the hour basis or minute basis. You can use like this. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me about this. And the defaulted list is nothing but the list of employees who haven't entered the timesheet for the selected date. Okay. Admin can see this because timesheet will be useful only if all the people are entering the time properly. Okay. Report, it's like a simple report but very very useful. Here the admin can choose the date range, starting date, end date for that report, or they can filter with based on employees or project or all the combinations of these things. Say for example, if they want to see the report for this particular user, they can choose like this. Okay. It will be showing the reports for only that feature, and for any particular project you can filter, and you can choose the project and choose all employees. Okay. And we can choose the time also. Okay, like this. And they can see the report as PDF, or they can see it as a CSV file also. Okay. So if there are a lot of employees, you can just use the auto suggestion, like you can type the letters, it will be populating the list of employees. Similarly, you can use it for project also. Okay. And now let me log in as an employee, that is user. Okay. In case of user login, users can enter their own status entry using weekly status entry screen or daily status entry screen. Okay. And they can see their own report. Okay. Here also PDF and CSV download options are there. Okay. It is the site admin login. Here site admin can approve any new admins or deactivate any existing admin, and he can take database backup and do the restore operation. Okay. In summary, this timesheet application is a simple yet useful applications. A lot of people are using this, and we have done a lot of custom changes, and we can do any kind of custom changes based on the requirements, or if you want us to develop from the scratch, we can do it for your requirements. And if you have any questions, you can contact me through the email. Thanks for watching this video. If you like our timesheet, tell about it to your friends who may be interested in buying it.